everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Virtual Truck Driver Daily. Clap, 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 clap. How you doing today, guys? Well, welcome back. I'm going to stop being a dick now. I'm in one of them moods because I've got to talk about serious things again. So, welcome back to Virtual Truck Driver Daily today, guys. We are, of course, proudly supported and sponsored by ProMods. If you want an enhanced map mod experience for ETS2, then ProMods is the map mod for you. As well as DDS, British Haulage Packs and Matthew Stone's International Contracting. Thank you to everybody for being such proud supporters of Virtual Truck Driver Daily. So guys, to carry on with our theme, but first, I've got 20 tons of outdoor floor tiles on and we're heading back into Finland, not Sweden, Finland, and we're going a different way that we came because I don't want to go back that way. So we're going to go do some more exploring of Russia. Alright, so let's crack on. We've got 3 things to talk about today. Let me just put some music on in the background for you all. Alright, so it's 560 kilometers as well, guys, by the way. So we've got 3 things to talk about today. We've got chronic fatigue syndrome to talk about, which is what we're going to do in a minute. Then we've got complex regional pain syndrome to talk about. It has been reclassified from chronic pain syndrome, and we've got psychosis to talk about. So we're going to start off with chronic fatigue syndrome today. So like normal, I'm going to read it out as the professionals say what it is, and then I'll explain how it affects me. So chronic fatigue syndrome is a long-term illness with a wide range of symptoms. The most common is extreme tiredness, which then ties in with the fibromyalgia, which we talked about yesterday, if you remember. If you can't remember, then go back 2 days, watch videos, and then watch this one again for me. Chronic fatigue syndrome is also known as ME. This is where I get personal now. On the iRacing, you might see I'll use a yellow ribbon, an orange ribbon, sorry. There's the ribbon for multiple sclerosis, which is what my mother had and what my mum passed away from. ME is multiple sclerosis, or MS's little brother, and normally when you get ME, you start the road to multiple sclerosis. Whew. Wow. Yeah. Alright, let's carry on reading. Which stands for, ME stands for myasthenic fuck, how do I say that? Encephalomyelitis. There is some debate over the correct term to use for the condition, but everybody refers to it as CFS-ME, so chronic fatigue syndrome and or ME. CFS and ME can affect anyone, including children. It is more common in women and tends to develop between your mid-20s and mid-40s. Come on, Marco, up we go. Good boy. So symptoms of chronic fatigue syndrome and ME. The main symptom is of extreme tiredness and generally being unwell and picking up colds that kids get, and it turns into pneumonia, and you end up going into an ICU for 8 days, fighting for your life because you got pneumonia. I was 10 when that happened, so that'd be 2004. My tonsils are straight after that as well. But we'll come to that in a minute. So, in addition, other people will suffer from sleep problems, which ties in with the fibromyalgia from yesterday. Muscle or joint pain, ties in with the fibromyalgia. Headaches, a sore throat, or sore glands that aren't swollen, which is why I have to keep drinking every 30 seconds. Problems thinking, remembering and concentrating. Don't ask me how I know racetracks off by heart, it's just something, okay, but I can't remember the 2 times tables someday. But you tell me the Nordschleife, I can tell you it's 164 turns, 73 are left and the others are right. Got cocky, I forgot how many are right. Flu-like symptoms, feeling dizzy or sick, and irregular heartbeats, aka heart palpitations, which is what I suffer with a lot. So I was diagnosed with that. Would be my 16th birthday. I was diagnosed with that on my 16th birthday. So that was a nice present. The poor doctor was like, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but it's your birthday and everything, but I'm about to ruin your life. I was like, whoa, chill out, doc. He was like, no. And then when he said that to me, I just sat there and I was like, okay. And then my dad goes, well, his mother just passed from multiple sclerosis. And he went, really? And Dad went, yeah. And the doc told my dad that I could go the same way. So I'm also medically banned for the next 2 things I'm going to talk about, because I don't think I'm going to make my 40th birthday. One of the reasons that I did start doing YouTube was to remember for something to do, you know, something to get up daily and focus on doing. And you know, I also made YouTube so that I can, when I'm towards the end, I can get the family to open up my YouTube channel and I can watch my videos back from when I'm okay. So yeah. Do you want me to actually stop? You're paying the fuel then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But so yeah, I can then, but oh, piss off. Then I can watch my YouTube videos back, you know, remember and look at just have a look at how life was before the end. So there's my 2 reasons doing YouTube. I do apologise for the shaking, it's the road textures, not me. If this is all the way, I'm going to turn around and go back the other way. But, so yeah, that's why I do YouTube, guys. I also do it because I like to, you know, think I could be super big one day and get lots of money. There you go, I was honest with you. Really, another checkpoint. Oh, attention. Zone of border control, passes and documents only. Am I going back into Finland already? Can't be, surely. No way, not already. No, because there's no flags on the map. Yeah, I stopped. I stopped for 10 seconds back up there. It gives me a chance to roll through. So yeah, that's... yeah. So that's everything. Oh, and most people find over-exercising makes their symptoms worse. It does, but I've still got to exercise, so I need to lose my belly, so... you know, that's another reason why I struggle for employment. I need to change the tab so I can read the... basically, that chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, just explains itself, really. I don't need to give any, you know, I don't need to give any, what's it called, examples of how that affects me. It's pretty obvious there, really. Alright guys, we're gonna look at my Steam again. Get rid of that one. We'll be back looking at my Steam again soon. Oh, forgot neutral. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about today. No, but I am going back into Finland in a minute. The second of the 3 things to talk about today is complex regional pain syndrome. They've only just added the regional bit in. So let me go through this twisty bit and I can tell you what it means. Oh, put the trailer. Sorry, Dean, I have to put your trailer in the tree, mate. Oh no, I'm going into Norway. Okay. Right, so complex regional pain syndrome is poorly understood. It is a poorly understood condition in which a person experiences persistent and severe and debilitating pain. You're going to let me through because you had your chance to overtake me and you didn't. Oh look, I rolled through the stop. What are you going to do? Although most cases of CPRS or CRPS are triggered by an injury, mine was. I got stabbed, but I can't talk about that. The resulting pain is much more severe and long-lasting than normal. I'm gonna have to look on my Steam again, guys. So I need to roll that's my mobile telephone. Pick that up. Oh look, another crack. No, headphones, where are you going? Over there. Just I'm not using you today for listening to music whilst driving. The pain is usually confined to one limb, but it can sometimes spread to other parts of the body. Mine is my right shoulder, left knee, both my ankles, and my neck. Sometimes. If it's a bad day, my neck as well. The skin of the affected body part can become sensitive, so sensitive that just a light touch, bump, or even a change in temperature can invoke serious pain. Yes, I have to run hot all the time, but not too hot, but not cold. I need to run hot, but yeah, like I said, not too hot, but not cold neither. Affected areas. Goods to declare. I've got a trailer. Alright guys, where's wrong with me today? Last time I was there, I ended up going over there. Why you decide I can read this bit out. Affected areas can also become swollen, stiff, or undergo fluctuating changes in colour and temperature. Many cases of CRPS can gradually improve to some degree over time. However, some cases of CPRS will never go away. Oh, flash my lights for that truck spotter. There you go. Some cases of CPRS never go away, and the affected person will experience pain for many years. So yeah, guys, that's basically what it is. It's both my ankles, my left knee, and my right shoulder. But I was stabbed in my upper right arm, so that explains that, to be truthful. So that's the second one to talk about. Let me give you an example of boom. When I first started collapsing, it was, I said that like somebody had chopped my knee off. That was my left leg that was doing that. So the pain can become so much, or me being personally fatigued can become too much that my legs will lose strength, thus causing collapsing. I'm gonna take a drink in a minute. So, whoa, this is high. Don't look down, don't look down. Don't do heights, don't do heights, don't do heights. So basically that's what caused that in the end. We did get to it in the end, but way too late. If my shoulder gets too cold, or I carry a bag that's a bit too heavy for shopping, for example, then that will just stop working. And when I mean stop working, it will just go floppy. Basically, this is if I've dislocated it. That's how I can explain that, really, to be truthful. It's as if I've dislocated, it goes all floppy, and there's no, there's no weight behind it, if you get what I mean. So it does affect me a lot, but at the end of the day, that's what gives me the drive to carry on. If it starts to hurt too much, like my knees hurting now, but I think that's because I'm talking about it. But if it becomes too much, I just stop. If I get too tired, I just stop. When I'm racing, see, that's different. When I'm racing, I plan to rest either side. I I'll drink two glucose drinks 2 hours before the race and an hour before the race, just to make sure I've got enough to go through the race. Usually before I used to start when I was not streaming and I was doing the iRacing videos for YouTube, I'd normally have something to eat between qualified. That's why I went out straight qualified, like straight away. I'd have something to eat, so a Mars bar or a Kit Kat or something like that, to give me the strength, you know, just top me up and make sure I get over the line, literally. So yeah, that's what I used to do. I still do it now, but I just stream, so I eat before. So yeah, that's that part of my life. You know, it does suck, but again, did I just say Northern Lights 3K? I hope so. But yeah, so you can see why employers don't want to employ me, because by the time I've disclosed all of this, they're like, no. I had one bloke, and I started off and I talked about the psychosis, and he's like, no, I don't want no psychopaths working for me. I was like, I'm not a psychopath, mate, I've got psychosis. It was actually caused by my doctor. He's like, doctors wouldn't do that. Well, when you hear the story I'm going to explain in a minute, it'll change your opinion. I'm going to slow down. I just want to read this. Northern Lights, 200 metres. Don't you know Northern Lights? Oi, Northern Lights, I'm here. Open. Do whatever you do. I don't care. Show me. Show me now. See, I get silly because I'm nervous about what I'm going to talk about next. Whew. Out of everything, this is going to be the most difficult to talk about. 100%. Right, before we get on to the Northern Lights, you're going to have to see my Steam again, guys. So I need to change the tab. Get rid of that one. Alright, okay. Oh, shit. There we go. Okay. If any of HDR are watching this, or anybody from Tora, you'll know why I left now, okay? Alright, let's have a drink. Whew. Alright. There's a certain taboo around mental health, which is why I am. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Psychosis is a mental health problem that causes people to perceive or interpret things differently from those around them. They might involve hallucinations or delusions. I suffered with delusions, so if you hear anything about delusions, that was what happened to me in 2013. I'll tell you the exact date when that started as well. Okay, got a straight bit. Oh, no, speeding. Alright, so two main symptoms of psychosis are hallucinations, and that's where a person hears, sees, and in some cases feels, smells, and tastes things that aren't there. A common hallucination is hearing the voices in your head telling you what to do and what to do, the little elf that sits on your shoulder. The combination of hallucination... Oh no, sorry, I forgot to read the delusions bit. Delusions is where a person has strong beliefs that aren't shared by others. A common delusion is someone believing there is a conspiracy to harm them. The combination of hallucinations and delusional thinking can cause severe distress and change in behaviour. Experiencing the symptoms of psychosis is often referred to as having a psychotic episode and or mental breakdown. So yeah, there's many different ways this is me talking now, not the experts. There are many different types of psychosis you can get. Obviously, there's delusional hallucinations, getting high, you know, getting smashed, it's like drunk. It all counts apparently. But one that can be brought on. Now we have to go down the getting high route, but I didn't do weed or heroin or anything like that. I've been on a strong set of medications for my pain and, you know, for chronic pain. So they've been giving me an antidepressant. It's called amitriptyline. If you take low doses of that, it can help for chronic pain. But if you also get a certain amount, like mine is 200 ml, so I take 4 500 milligram tablets a night. And so I take 200 mils of antidepressants. That helps with the chemical imbalance in my brain, calms me down, but also it's good for the going rid of the depression that I get, as well as psychosis. So I take that. I also take tramadol. Like, it's a seriously strong painkiller. Like, I tried paracetamol, pop them. Yeah, paracetamol's on top of the tramadol, get rid of my headaches sometimes. Ibuprofen doesn't work. It's like I just pop Smarties. You know, I could take one every minute and still not work. And cocodamol, I couldn't take that because of the liver, obviously, because it's codeine and paracetamol. Codeine phosphate, I can't take that because that just makes me hyper as shit. I'm very, very aggressive. I'm looking for the wipers. I think that's there. I know it's not double speed time what's going on, so then I'll peer out later. And then I take fexofenadine. I take 180 milligrams of that, and that's a what's it called? Antihistamine. I've got it written down here, so I don't know why I'm trying to guess what they are. I take, obviously I take 800 international units of vitamin D for my liver as well. What else do I take? There's something else and I can't remember what it is. But so I had to take a massive lot of tablets. But the point I'm getting at is about a year ago, well, no, I'm not gonna lie, I got better a year ago, but in 2013, it was the 2nd of September 2013, it was the first anniversary of my mum's death, and I had a psychotic episode. It led to me leaving Tora. If you don't know what Tora is, go back to the complete start of my channel, and it was console racing. And one night I had the mental breakdown and I just quit. I quit everything. Left Tora. I didn't speak to anybody from Tora for years. Then it ended up with me getting to the point where I threatened to kill my dad and my sisters, and that's when I got sectioned. And it took me a long time to get over everything, and it doesn't help that the doctor then says to you that you've got possibly more than likely going to get ME later on in your life, and that sucked and that didn't help. But I got through it. With a lot of help and a lot of medication, and then the medication stopped, and this is what caused the psychosis again. My doctor decided to take all my tablets away from me and put me on what's called a drug holiday. So basically what happens there is that you get all your tablets taken off you and you detox for 3 months. So you don't take any medication for 3 months. But instead of taking and for me, I was told by professors and doctors at the hospital, and they said do it slowly, because I have to go every so often because my liver gets so bad I need to. But they don't do that anymore for me. I don't want to say that now. After this incident, they didn't do it for me. So they took me off my tablets completely, 100%. All of them stopped. Like, I took one night and it stopped. 3 weeks into that drug holiday, I was again sectioned, and it was decided that I'd have my tablets and that they wouldn't change them and they would leave them as it is, because I'm fine with the way I'm on. I've got you know, I've got a pain management routine. I've got, you know, I'm a lot more aware now of everything than I was then. Come on. So, you know, I can sense when something's going to go wrong, and I can say, look, Dad, something going on. You know, I'm feeling like X, Y, Z, and I'm, you know, and it's like, oh right, we'll do this then. And we've got plans for different. We've got it all sorted, and we follow plans and things like that. That my mental health team and my medical team have worked together on. I do see his counsellor, shrink, if you want to call him. I see him twice a week. This is why I don't stream on Mondays, because I'm there. I'm not going to tell you the other day I'm there because, you know, I'm already giving too much away as it is. So I go to counselling, I go to cognitive behavioural therapy, or CBT, anger management. What's the other one called? Oh no, it's my sister. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. It's my sister. She's got to go and have a fight with Matalant now. She ordered some duvets and they give her a mattress. But she loves this online shopping, so she does this click and collect for Matalant. And she ordered new duvets to give her mattress protection. She's gonna go mad because she's just driven all the way back home. Well, back to her boyfriend's, and now she's got to go all the way back. So, yeah. So we're having Frankie's at Benny's, apparently. I've never been there. Never been Nando's, never been Frankie's at Benny's, never been to Bella Italia. I've had KFC, McDonald's and Burger King, that's about it. Our Pizza Hut, Domino's, and that's it. But going back to what I was talking about, psychosis. So yeah, obviously with the chemical imbalances I've got in my brain and psychosis, you know, I am a walking time bomb, and there are days where I feel like a waste of a person, should we say. Yeah, I do feel like a waste of a person some days, you know what I mean? I was 20 and I had to ask my dad to help me wash my hair. You know how humiliating that is? To sit there, be a 20-year-old supposed man in inverted commas, and I've got to go, Dad, can you come and help me wash my hair? That's, you know, I've got to ask my dad to help me to the toilet, you know what I mean? It is, I do feel like a waste of a person. Yeah, I do actually. I've always thought that, but it feels weird to say it out loud. It's the truth though, guys. I said I'd be honest with you as much as I can. You know, obviously regarding legal matters I've already said too much, so that's all I'm saying about that. But I do feel some days like a waste of a person, waste of a man, however you want to interpret it, that's the truth. That sucks. So, yeah. How far away are we? 185 k's. So yeah, guys, just don't. All I'm saying is just don't judge anybody by their looks. You know, their problems are internal. People are. You know, some people have problems that aren't visible, and that's what infuriates me, because they just look at me and go, "Oh, you fat pig." And I'm sat in I'm stood at McDonald's and I was ordering McDonald's salad with some chicken McNuggets the other day. And I was like, and I could hear people commenting behind me, and it's just like, I'm not going to say anything, but it's horrible, because you've got people saying that behind you, and then you walk up and go, can I have a salad and some chicken McNuggets? The chicken McNugget, well, one chicken McNugget was for me, the rest for my sisters, and their other halves. And they're just looking at you like, oh yeah, you trying to... And this one non-English lady, okay, and I have to be careful about how I say any of this. So this non-English lady, she had to go at me and said, "What's the salad? All them chicken McNuggets for you and the salad for your friends?" I was like, "No, actually, the salad's for me." Yeah, I know. And I went blatantly and I blurted it out. I said, "Look, yeah, I know I'm big, yeah, but you don't know my problems." And she was stunned because she didn't expect me. She's like, "You're being horrible to me." And it's like, "No, you made a passing comment about me. I'm just defending myself." She's like, "No, you're being racist." I was like, "No, I'm not." The McDonald's lady comes over. She goes, "Yeah, oh, he always comes in here as a salad. I've never seen him buy a burger. The only unhealthy thing I've seen him eat was a Domino's pizza." And the woman was like, rah. And it's like, "Do you know what? I've got my food. I'm going. I'm gonna give these chicken nuggets and chips to my sisters, and their other halves, and I'm gonna go home and eat my salad." And the woman was like, "Huh, bit too late for eating the salad now, isn't it, you fat pig?" And at that point, I just walked off. Because I'm on to say things that could get me into trouble. But, no, it's just I face problems like that all the time. And then obviously with the people who know my past in my area, you know, I've been spat at, hit, jeered, abused, had various things thrown at me, from traffic cones to shovels and forks and pickaxes. You know, one of the hilarious ones is a brick. I nearly got hit by a brick, and that was my next door neighbour. My old next door neighbour that I had many years ago. But yeah, so all I wanted to do with these episodes is I wanted to let you all know why I can't do certain things, why I don't sound enthusiastic. You know, why do I just sit here and... So I can tell you everything, so you all know that I am doing the best that I physically can. And I wanted to raise awareness with these issues I've got. Because if you're combining them all together and then look at me and you're like, ah. Do you know what I mean? I was lucky, there's only one place I haven't been to without my dad recently. And that was Donington Park. Because I knew where I was going, so I knew what to do. Because I've been to Donington once before, like when I was 8, and then but I didn't remember it from that. I learnt the tracks. I know the tracks off by heart. Some tracks are. So I was learning where the spectator areas were. So I could imagine me driving on the track, and I'd be like, "Oh, there's a standing area out there. There's the toilet over there." I looked at the map of the layout of Donington and where all the toilets are and where all the paths are. You know, I took a little printed out copy version and put it in my pocket so that I could look at it if I needed reference quickly or I didn't know where I was. You know. So it is a challenge for me. Every day is a challenge for me, not knowing whether I can get up and walk or, you know, but I am getting better. Obviously I'm losing the weight, which is helping. Doing extensive physiotherapy. My physiotherapist comes out to my house once a week just to make sure I'm actually doing the exercises she gives me, but I can do home physiotherapy because it's better, because I don't like going in front of people down at the hospital. So, you know, I try my best, I try my hardest every day. Every day is a struggle, but I will get there one day. I will end the struggle. But like I said, all I wanted to do was raise the awareness. And I know this episode's going to be massive, and I seriously apologise, but it's things that I need to talk about. You know, obviously I've joined HyperX Racing eSports team, right? Back into racing and back loving racing, you know. Am I upset that I had to quit before? Yeah. But I had to quit because I had a psychotic/mental breakdown. And I didn't quit of my own volition. It was, you know, it took me years to come back. Excuse me, as you know, I did the Road to Daytona project. I did the, you know, and I then had an issue again, and I left. But I'm wise enough, old enough, stupid enough, and I know what, if I'm feeling, I know what to do. I can't describe how I feel, because it's like I just know. So I go down, I either get the green folder, the red folder, or the blue folder. That folders contain a plan for a certain feeling or gut feeling or whatever you want to call it. And I just follow that plan. And then, well, I take the folder to my dad, and we both follow the plan. So guys, I'm having a drink. It's like everything, it's just about management, coping. You know, some days I'll swear on here, and then some days I'll be like, oh. So it's so up and down for me. But I'm not making excuses, but when people go, act more enthusiastic, I can't. You physically all hear me yawning pretty much every day on it. And that's because I'm so knackered. But we'll go back to the sleep. Actually, one thing I did forget to explain. With the complex pain... Oh, I forgot what it's called. Complex pain fatigue syndrome, I think it was. As well as the fatigue syndrome and the chronic pain, it means I can't sleep, but they can't give me sleepy tablets because I'm already taking what they call a deadly cocktail tablets. I can't sleep, and then when I do get to sleep I feel the pain in my sleep. Normally when you go to sleep you completely turn off, don't you? You have a nice dream about something. For me, I can still physically feel my pain when I'm asleep. So then I can't sleep. I can't lay on my left hand side because I've got 3 cracked ribs that permanently stay cracked forever because I was beaten up. And I can't lay on my right hand side, so I've got 2 more cracked ribs on that side as well. Obviously my stab wound injuries on my right arm as well, so I can't, as well as my shoulder, so I can't lay on that. I can't lay on my stomach because of the ribs. I also can't lay on my back because I can't breathe. Do you know what I mean? So I have to sleep at pretty much a 45-degree angle, which hurts a lot. But it is what it is, unfortunately, do you know what I mean? But we're coming to the delivery point now, which marks the end of me talking open and honestly about me. I hope you can all understand why I am like I am. I wanted to raise awareness as well, so thank you to everybody for watching the last 3 episodes. We're going to be heading back home now. I want to get Marco checked. Just want to get his 500km check, you know. Oh, been indicating for ages now, I'm sorry, behind me traffic. So I hope you can all understand why I do things the way I do them. I hope it's raised awareness or opened your eyes into certain things. But thank you to everybody for watching today's episode of Virtual Truck Driver Daily. I will see you again tomorrow on the road, where I promise a massive chilly section. Okay guys, I do promise you a big chill session. So thank you to everybody for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. And don't forget guys, the next episode of Virtual Truck Driver Daily is only 1 day away. Take care guys, see you later.